Hello, my name is Christine Donnelly, and today I will be talking to you about intonation in the French language. What is intonation? It's the rise and fall of the voice in speaking. French intonation is very similar than English. However, it can come off as more step-like, almost a rude impression. However, that is not the intention. So, how is French intonation different than English intonation? Intonation in French is slightly different from English. In general, the intonation rises only for a yes or no question, and the rest of the time it falls. French intonation can start at a higher pitch and fall continuously throughout the sentence, whereas in English, the stressed syllable has a higher pitch than what precedes and follows it. Now, I'm going to play you some examples of some simple questions in English and in French so that you can hear the rise and fall of the speaker's voice. So I'm going to pull this up.
Are you leaving?
Est-ce que vous partez?
Where are you going?
Où est-ce que vous allez?
Do it.
Fais-le.
Don't do it.
Ne le fais pas.
What a surprise.
Quelle surprise!
I brought a dress.
J'ai acheté une robe.
So as you can see, or as you can hear rather, depending on the type of sentence, you can hear the rise and fall of the intonation. It is important that students learning the L2 understand different emotions so that they can understand the meaning of the sentence. So spelling has an influence on pronunciation. So French spelling is very complex, but speakers of the language can pronounce a word basically by just looking at it and how it's spelled. And there are a few exceptions. Therefore, when they're learning English, they might expect the same, and that's where some interference comes in. So some examples, syllables ending in the letter R, the letter is actually pronounced. Interference can cause problems with words like hard or early. Another example would be the word sister. The final E is pronounced as E, therefore sounding like sister. Some examples of interference. In French, the OU sound is pronounced as U, and the AU sound is pronounced as O. So words such as pronounced would be pronounced, or automatic would be automatic. Some more examples of interference. Regular past endings, students may pronounce the final ID or ED after all consonants. So for example, the word jumped and the word warned, you can see here it would be pronounced like jumped ed or warned ed. Words with the plural S in French are often not pronounced, and this can carry over to the L2. So some examples like different, you'd see how the S sound is dropped. She stays home would be she stay home. I have 4 apples. I have 4 apple. So some focus practices for intonation. You would have students listen to a variety of sentences on tape and have them listen for the rise and fall of the speaker's voice. Teacher can then write the sentences on the board and mark the rise and fall of the words. And make sure having the students practice different emotions so that they can differentiate. Make sure students understand the different emotions. Give them a sentence on paper such as, I have something to tell you, and then give them choices as to what kind of emotion it is conveying. Practice these sentences by saying them in different ways. So you would take away the exclamation point and put a period in, and of course the sentence would be read differently and it would convey a different emotion. Give the students a series of questions to evaluate and have them indicate if the intonation is rising or falling. So for example, did you remember to buy milk? Would be rising. Where did you buy that? It would be a falling intonation. So basically, you would just have the students continue to practice by listening, by reading out loud, and just by having conversations. So that is my presentation for today. I thank you for giving me your attention and have a great day.